All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next television show. Very interesting one that I'm sure one person on this panel is extremely excited about, and that is Paradise Lost. Let's talk about some Paradise Lost here. A Wonder Woman prequel taking place on the island of Themyscira, the home of Diana, and it is being described as a Game of Thrones-ish story.
Interesting.
Saffron said it's really about the political intrigue behind a society of all women. And James Gunn added, how did that come about? What's the origin of an island of all women? What are the beautiful truths and the ugly truths behind all that? And what's the scheming like between the different power players in that society? The provocative title recalls the Paradise Island Lost comic series authored by Phil Jimenez and George Perez, which followed a civil war on Themyscira. However, that run directly involved Wonder Woman, excuse me. It's been said this is a prequel. It takes place before Wonder Woman. And so it very much could be based on that comic series, just not including Wonder Woman.
Interesting.
But either way, we're getting the island of Themyscira. I think it's very interesting. Obviously, there's a lot, like they said, it's a very political, like, how does that all happen? Like, what goes on there on the insides? Because we've never really dived into that, obviously. So I'm all for it. I think it's going to be interesting, especially as a TV series, like a week-to-week thing. I think that's a really smart idea to do it that way. Jacob, what about you? Game of Thrones style Wonder Woman prequel on the island of Themyscira.
I don't know if HBO's telling them, hey, drop like some of our show names when you're comparing the shows to the shows that you're making. But either way, it's cool because HBO is going to be making them. So it works either way. This is interesting to me. Like, I'm all for a Themyscira show, a Game of Thrones-esque Themyscira show. I don't think they do it without Diana. Even if it's like a 15-year-old Diana, I don't think they do it without her. I think she will be in the show. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure they said it's before Diana. I'm pretty sure they said it's
though.
before, not like before she's born. Diana is. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we don't know for sure yet, but I'm just saying, like, they're probably having those discussions because I bet you probably the executives are like, no, Wonder Woman has to be in the show, and James Gunn's probably like, no, I have this story I want to tell without her. I'm cool either way. I love the like I don't want to say the political, but just the way that world is run. I mean, we saw it in the first two Wonder Woman movies. And look, I think it's going to be very different than that, right? Because I kind of hope so. Like, because it's not going to be like Connie Nielsen playing the character, right? Like, it's not going to be those characters. It's a different, brand new Themyscira, and
well, it's going to be those characters with different actresses.
Yeah, which I'm totally
like we're gonna get Hippolyta. We're gonna get what's the aunt's name?
General Antiope.
Antiope. We're gonna get those characters just played by different actresses.
Yeah, I'm all for it because, like, if you made a show, if you just made a show out of the blue where it's like all women cast, like, stupid people are gonna complain. But Themyscira, it already exists, like in fiction, like it's already a world that exists in DC where only women live there, and they already have it right there. The starting point for it, and now they get to build something around that, which I think is really cool.
I would love, like, let's say like they're aiming for this show to be like 2 seasons.
So help me God, if you say what I'm thinking, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Go ahead, Brian, just in case. Go ahead.
Okay. I think what you could see is the potential for already having different Wonder Woman set up. Maybe like Diana's there and she's part of one house, let's say, or maybe Nubia is a part of a different one. Like, that'd be kind of cool to have them already there. They're maybe just fighting for the title of Wonder Woman or something. I don't know. But what Gordon said is what I originally thought of, is kind of like you're getting the young Hippolyta leading up to a certain extent.
Kind of leads to what I was going to say.
Okay, perfect.
I think there's a high chance that if this is a prequel, and because right now Wonder Woman's not officially on like the chapter 1 of this, right? Say this is 2 seasons or even 1 season, that post-credit scene or the final episode is when Diana is actually born. or brought to life.
Yeah. Well,
Right? Because she has multiple backstories. Is she born or is she made of clay? Like, right? But I think
or
that
is Zeus her father?
I think it would be very cool if the show actually ended with Hippolyta essentially raising Diana. Like the final scene or final moments are Diana coming, and then we obviously know what happens from there. Like we don't need to see that.
No, I'm
right?
cool with that. I'm cool with that, honestly, because obviously it's gonna take place, before Superman, like Superman Legacy, right? It's gonna be like 30 years before that or something. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then that's totally fine. Because eventually, like, I know we're not starting with the Justice League or anything, but eventually I want to see a full-fledged like Justice League, Hall of Justice, all that. So you gotta have Wonder Woman come around at some point.
Can you imagine like the buildup of like the years to finally getting to that point? That's going to be so much more special than just like.
Yeah,
You
I'm
go.
all for it. I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
Well, that was the complaint about the whole Batman v Superman Justice League stuff. Like,
No, I know, and
there
I'm
was no
just saying,
buildup,
like,
right?
if we have to, like, we're basically working by sitting here watching all of this stuff, and then eventually them teaming up is going to be like, holy crap, it's finally happening. So.